Oh yeah. Hey. Oh yeah. Alright. Let's get going.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your boy Eric, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I transformed my life and the first steps that you guys can take to start transforming your lives as well. Now let me just say this, I'm living proof that you can literally do whatever it is that you work hard and put your mind to. And if you guys believe that you have potential, I want you guys to watch this video because man, do I have a lot of gems for you in this one. Now let me get a couple disclaimers out of the way before we get started. This is not a video to motivate you, okay? This is a no bullshit guide on getting started creating the life that you want to create for yourself. If you're not ready to change and give up temporary happiness or dopamine for long-term fulfillment within yourself, then click off the video now. But again, I'm gonna be showing you guys how I did this. Now let's get something through your head right away. This is gonna fucking suck. But life sucks sometimes, man. Whether you're sitting on your ass, wishing you were doing better for yourself, wishing you had that six pack or that physique or that job, or if you're out in the gym, waking up at 6 in the morning, working those long hours, whatever the case is, the shit is gonna suck. But you have to pick your poison, whether you wanna take the path that's downhill or whether you wanna take the path that's uphill. But guess what? That doesn't mean that this shit's gonna be miserable. You need lows to enjoy the highs in life. But let me tell you one thing. The highs get a lot higher when you are fulfilled within yourself. When you know you can fall back on the fact that not only do you do the things that you say you're gonna do for yourself, but when you raise that bar and realize that your potential is even higher than you could have even expected to begin with. But guess what? You never actually know what it feels like to win until you're winning. It's always just a dream, but once you feel it, you're living that, once you are that, oh my God, man, let me tell you, is it glorious? Don't let what you think society's image of you hold you back from becoming the person that you want to be, because that's in the past. We're moving towards the future. Guess what? You can do, say, act however the fuck you want, regardless of the things you've done in your past. Or the people who's close to you that might say, hey, that's not you. Hey, you're different now. Yeah, I'm different. I'm going forward. You could stay back there. Guess what? These people are afraid of growth. And if you've ever heard anyone ever say that, probably have not done anything meaningful in their own lives to give themselves fulfillment. Let's be honest. Come on. But guess what? These people are ignorant. You can't blame them. They don't know. They don't know that there's potential out there for themselves. And guess what? They're gonna hold you back into the same bullshit traps that their mentality is in. Like I said, this is gonna suck. This is not for the weak-minded. Now, one last disclaimer before we actually get started into the video. Don't be lazy. You can't expect me to hold your hand through this, okay? I need you guys to be willing to do your own research. It's gonna take a lot of effort on your end. But if you really want it and you're really willing to put in the work, then you will succeed. And I promise you, if you follow the steps to this video, you will make it far. So are you ready to give up the bad habits and build the life that you want for yourself? Okay, well, let's get started. Alright guys, so before the video started, I made a list of notes and I'm gonna read them off to you guys. These are things that I think are the top 5 important things helping you guys creating the life that you want to create, okay? So the first thing I want to talk about is taking accountability for where you're not at and stop making excuses. You're never going to get anywhere if you keep playing the victim card. You need to find how to just take the BS. Even if it's not your fault to the fullest degree, take the BS and know you probably could have done more. Okay, there's always something more you could have done for the most part, okay? Now, sometimes we're forced into situations that we can't really help, but I truly believe there's always more. Like, there's always more that you can do. If you're in a shitty situation that may not completely be your fault, there's always more you can do to get back on your feet. You're never down and out, okay? Like, that's one thing you have to know. You are never a lost cause. There's always time to be better. And if there isn't, it's because you're not making the time to be better. It's because you're not doing enough to be better. You are not going the extra mile to make sure that you're not on a sinking ship. Now, that's one thing I see people talk about all the time, is that they just don't have time, okay? Like genuinely, if there is something that you want to do, you will make time for it. There was days where I'd be going to the gym on my hour lunch break. I would be driving 20 minutes across town, going to the gym, hitting a quick 20-30 minute workout, and actually like killing myself in that 20-30 minutes because I knew this is the only way that's gonna work right now, and I had to do it. And you know why? Most of the time, it was because my lazy eyes didn't get up early enough in the morning to make sure that I had time to go into the gym. Now, there was things that I was struggling with throughout this whole period, okay? And it was wasting a lot of time for me. But again, you can't sit there and play the victim. You have to make a way to make it work if you genuinely want it, okay? You just have to take accountability. Like, if you don't do it, nothing will ever change, okay? The next important part of this module is building discipline. Discipline is the most important thing of this whole process, okay? Now, building discipline, this should have been number one, to be honest. It should have been number one. Now, when you build discipline, you'll see how much easier it is not only to adapt to hardships, but also to feel more comfortable being uncomfortable, okay? And when you are uncomfortable and you can thrive in that, knowing that that doesn't truly affect you, that's all in your head, that's when you truly like are bulletproof, honestly. Now this one gets deep, okay? This one really gets deep. Like I'm gonna expand deeply on this, and this is very hard for most people, okay? Because most people are so undisciplined, and that uncomfortability factor is such a problem to most people. And I get it. That's how humans are hardwired. That's what we're like. We worked so hard for that comfortability. Is that not everything we've worked for? It is, right? But if everybody was to be comfortable, then civilization wouldn't expand. Like we would just be stagnant and nothing would change. We would be complacent and there would be no more advancement. Simply as that. So why are you going to be one of those stagnant people rather than making an impact? And shit, if you're not going to change the world for good, why don't you change your own life for good, right? Just a couple of simple ways to help you build discipline is going to be 1, going to the gym. 2, eating a good diet, keeping your area clean, going to bed on time, getting 7 hours of sleep. If you want, read a chapter or book a day, drink your gallon of water a day, keeping up with your budgets, okay? Any other daily non-negotiables that you guys want to add in there, you guys can do that as well. Now, a helpful tip I have for you guys in building discipline whenever you are starting something new, again, like going to the gym, is take everything one day at a time. That makes it a lot easier. Now, one thing I do want to stress is that like the gym is so important. I can sit here and talk about everything else, but genuinely the gym, it builds so much character, it builds so much discipline, confidence. The gym is a literal cheat code to life, okay? If you can find a way to build a healthy body, your mind will become healthy as well. You'll start achieving more, people will respect you more. It's crazy, okay? Being fit is a game changer, and it's something that you want to do. You don't understand. I go to the hospital. Let me be honest. I go to the hospital because I have family members who are sick pretty often. And I'm at this big ass hospital, almost the size of a damn football stadium, and I can't even find a parking space because it is so packed. There's nothing but patients on patients and visitors going there to visit sick people because everybody's out of shape, fat, lazy, has all these underlying conditions because of God knows what they're putting in their bodies, right? And let me see. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. One of the worst places I've ever seen when it comes to people being comfortable and needing to stick to that. It's terrible. It really is. And people here are so damn lazy. But yeah, basically that's all I wanted to say. Stop being unhealthy. Go become healthy. Build discipline. Okay? Build a healthy body, mind. This is very, very important. Very important. Let's get into the next one. All right, guys. So the next one we have is stop seeking validation from others. Okay? This is the biggest downfall of so many people I've seen with potential to do whatever it is that they're going after, okay? Now, they limit themselves based on what other people with no ambition might think about them. Now, the sky's the limit as long as you're delusional enough to think you can get there. Chances are, if you work hard enough at it, you will get there. Now, again, guys, getting back to what people think about you, you guys cannot worry about that. That shouldn't be something that's on your mind. You guys have to be unapologetically yourselves. Okay. Now, isn't that almost the literal definition of confidence? Is not caring what anybody else thinks and just doing you? Now, you can only be that way if you're not worried about others' opinions. So, if someone else's opinion's holding you back, you have to remember at the end of the day that you are the only one who is suffering, worried about what they think about you because all they're doing is hating, right? You already live rent-free in their head. And they just hate you for no reason. So why are you going to let that affect you rather than just doing your own thing? This is something that a lot of people do get, but like it's always in the back of your mind. Like there's small parts of me as well that are like worried sometimes about what people might think about me. And like I catch myself like, why do I care? Especially when it's somebody that has no impact on my life. You guys should not be worried about what other people think about you. If you're going to go on social media and post that video, if you're going to go and try to start that business, do it. Who cares what people say? They're gonna hate regardless. They're gonna hate if you're winning, and they're gonna hate if you're doing bad. Now, this is important to understand because during this process, you're gonna change like a lot, okay? People are gonna say you're different. You're gonna have to drop certain friends that don't believe in your mentality or your mindset. Again, people hate to see others doing good, and especially when they're doing better than them. So again, don't let their opinions hold you back because people are gonna hate regardless, okay? And don't you yourself, if you are that type of person, don't be like that. That's not worth your time. You only waste energy. You will never see somebody successful preying on another person's downfall or looking at another person's ambitions and praying that they don't end up well. Like, genuinely, like I'll see people on Instagram comments talking about some oh my god, the fall off is gonna be insane. And it's like, really? Like, what is the point? I get internet trolls, right? But like, what is the point in preying on people's downfall? You waste energy for one, sitting there typing. You're wasting energy, time, just you're gonna be thinking, like, it's just such a waste of everything, such a waste. Just don't do it, okay? It's pointless to hate on people. Just stay in your lane, okay? Please stay in your lane. Simple as that. Next one, lowering your dopamine intake. This is very important as well. And like, I hate to use this word, but if you're someone who's dopamine maxing and you feel like you are depressed, have anxiety, this, like, lowering your dopamine intake can almost bring the color back into your life. And it's gonna be pretty bad to cut out a lot of the bad habits that you had, whether you're withdrawing from an addiction or simply trying to stick to a diet. But if you can make it through that first phase where you're replacing that bad habit, you get a huge sense of fulfillment and like a major confidence boost to know, hey, I did this thing that was really hard to me and I got through it, and now it's just my daily do, and it's something that's easy. So guys, if you apply this logic everywhere, it's really gonna change your life. Like, you don't understand the magnitude of how small these like small wins stacking up. They really do add up, okay? And you don't see it until you finally get to like look back and be like, damn, look how much I've changed. Like, oh my god, like, damn, like, look at, damn, like, it's a sick feeling, okay? And you guys really are gonna like look back and not even recognize the person you were, and it's truly beautiful. It's a good feeling. Like, it's amazing. Now, ways to lower your dopamine intake, like getting off of social media, stop watching porn, stop with the drugs, the nicotine. As bad as it is, you might have to cut out the females, bro. Like, the females are one of the biggest distractions, and a lot of them are actually delusional. So it's like going to parties, going to clubs, drinking, all this stuff, okay, guys? You guys know what a bad habit is, okay? In your head, you know what a bad habit is. You guys just stay away from it. Lower your dopamine, and like I said, I promise you it's going to bring the color back into your life. If you have anxiety, depression, this will make you feel better. And it's not going to be like a major, like, oh, I feel not depressed anymore, but your highs are going to feel a lot higher and your lows are going to feel less low, for sure. So 100% lower your dopamine intake. Give it a shot. I want to see how that works for you guys. The last thing we have, stop procrastinating. You know, just throw yourself into objectives that need to get done. Every moment of procrastination that passes not only lowers your self-confidence, but also increases your anxiety, okay? Your anxiety, like, I believe truly, anxiety spawns from people who are not doing the things that they want to do. And it's the things that are ringing in the back of their mind, and they keep playing over and over again, saying, hey, do this, you have a calling, you have a talent, you have whatever it is, you have a creativeness, a passion. You need to work on this, and you don't. You sit there stagnant on your phone, watching TV, watching TikTok, Instagram, scrolling, watching porn, smoking your nicotine. Like I said, it all comes back around. Like you guys are gonna notice a lot of the things I say in this video all come full circle, okay? That's because they all go hand in hand, and they're all gonna be things that make you just like bulletproof, straight up bulletproof. Now, like I said, lowering procrastination. I know your pillow's soft in the morning. You're nice and cozy in your blanket. It's nice and warm. You don't want to get up and stop being comfortable, right? Like, what's the first thing you do in the morning? You whip out your phone, and before you know it, you're doom scrolling. 3 hours pass, 2 hours pass, hell, 1 hour pass, and you no longer have time to do what you said you were going to do in the day. You have to pack your lunch. You have to take the kids to school. You have to go to work. Whatever the case is, okay? You are now behind because you sat there procrastinating what you had to do, overthought the hell out of it, thought about every single good and bad outcome that may happen, psyched yourself the hell out, and now you just don't even want to do it. You stay in this repetitive process every single day. You keep on doing this and you never get anywhere, and it's a terrible cycle. Literally, it sounds so simple, but it's like the truth. Just get up and go. You guys will realize, like, holy, like, once you're there, it's not even a problem. Like, especially, like, for example, working out. Get up. You think I want to wake up at 6:30 in the morning, get to the gym at 7:15 and fucking work out? No, hell no, I don't want to. But I get up and I go. Like, that's simply all it is. You just have to go, okay? Now, genuinely, that social media stuff, like, you guys should also stay away from, like, for real, because again, the anxiety pandemic, it spawns from these phones, and it's all the dopamine levels that are just spiking through the roof, okay? You see these people living these lavish lifestyles and you're comparing yourselves to them. That's another thing that gives you depression and anxiety. You could be living those lifestyles, but you're so worried about what somebody else is doing. You'd rather watch somebody else through a screen rather than experiencing that yourself. And it's like, why? Right? It's not worth it. Now, last tip I want to give you guys. This is something I'm actually working on, and something that, I've drifted astray, but I'm working on my connection with God. And I truly believe that this is vital to my growth process. I encourage you to find God if you haven't. And if you have, and if you're anything like me, you probably can do more. Like I said, going back to the beginning, you can probably do more. I can do more for sure. I know, to strengthen my connection with God. That's something that I really, really want to work on. And sharing the word of God as well, which is something that I want to do here with you guys. So I actually have a Bible verse that I wanted to share with you guys, and I feel like it correlates to the video pretty well. Now, this is going to be Proverbs 10:17. Says, "He who keeps instruction is in the way of life, but he who refuses correction goes astray." Now, again, guys, this is very, very important. You guys have to be able to see your own faults and understand where your shortcomings are and improve on them and have him guide you, give you wisdom. I believe that this is a true way of life, and that correction and improving yourself is the only way. Because what are we doing here if you're just sitting here forever and ever watching TikTok, not doing anything, working your 9 to 5? It's meaningless, okay? It's meaningless, truly is. And I want you guys to sit there and become the best version of yourself. Chase the highest potential. Go build that business. Get that body you want. Build your mind. Change your mindset. Anything. Stop that addiction. I'm going to be making videos about addiction here soon. And yeah, so that's basically this video, guys. Like, again, you'll see most of this stuff tied in together because it all correlates, okay? Like, I'm trying to make you guys bulletproof. And I've came a really long way. I'm not perfect or completely where I want to be at, but again, I used to dream about the things that I have now, and I have so much more that I just want to go after, and I want you guys to come with me on this journey. If you guys have any questions or anything, hit me in the comments below. I'm glad to answer. It's good to see you guys again. Glad to be back. I'm gonna be making more videos soon, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's basically it. I love you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Stay blessed. I'm out. Peace.